Hip hop was good, man. We here with segment 3, man. I'm Deme D. This is If You Ask Me, where we talk that music and movie culture from the late 80s to mid 20s. And right now we're gonna talk about some albums that you feel are overrated. Like, you know, most people talk about or like, but you feel like they're overrated. And overrated not meaning whack. A lot of people always think that means whack. I mean overrated as far as it ain't all that. Like how you saying. So I'm gonna give you the floor, my guy.
I don't want it yet.
You don't want it? All right, so we'll let you set it off.
Me, I'm gonna go. I didn't want to go with who I wanted to go with. I told my man Demi.
I'm going there.
I don't want the, you know.
I'm going there.
The maniacs to come after me. So I'm gonna go with Wale Ambitions.
Really
it was
like
a good album,
really
but to me, it's just people were talking like this album was phenomenal. They say it's his best album.
I think it's his best album. I don't know.
And I listened to it and I was like, okay, it's a good album. It's a good album. It doesn't really have them revisit value for me. Like that's not one of the albums where I'm like, yo, let me go back and listen to that Wale album. It was good. I'll give it that. It's not whack. But the way they were talking about that Ambition album, like it was insane. Like it's the top. Like,
it was a
top,
great bounce back from the debut.
3.
That's probably why.
Maybe that's what.
Was mad sleepy.
Maybe that's why. Because they was talking like, you know.
I like this shit
up there
though.
to Rick Ross albums, and I'm like,
I think it's up there. It's not phenomenal. I will definitely not say that.
I just thought it was blown out of proportion.
So, do you think about the production? It wasn't.
The production was good. Like I said, it's a good album. The production was good. The production wasn't mind blowing. That's another thing too. Like this guy, everywhere he goes, he says he's super lyrical, and I just didn't get that from the album. I didn't get that from the album at all. Like he can rhyme, but he is not like super lyrical. He's just not doing it for me. He's not. Like I said, I won't revisit the album. I haven't really, but it's a good album. Don't get me wrong.
Familiar with that
it's a good album.
What do you think about it?
You won't say you're mad spending your money on it, but no.
Nah, you definitely won't be like that.
But it's not. It's
one
not.
song I like on there, 88. That's about it. I like 88, but
I like White Linen. I like a lot of shit on there. I can't front.
Lotus Flower Bomb, that was hard.
Oh, that's my shit.
I like that.
Ambition, the self-titled track right there.
That's hard.
Like I said,
Double M Genius is fucking hard.
He has a lot of good songs on there, but it's just
you're just saying it's overhyped for as how he talking as far as his skill
not just
as well.
him, but you know, people talk like that Wale album is really up there. Like a lot of people have been hearing that. Like it's really up there. So you wanted that.
But I was a Wale hater too. So it's like when I did hear it, I was like, because that first album is a disaster in my opinion. People say they like that shit, but. Right? That shit is a disaster. He lucky Ross came along, but fuck it.
So maybe that's what it's about. It's a great bounce back album. So so that you give him that credit because when you come out with trash,
I mean, he had some mixtapes that were hard at the time too. You know that saves that's another topic I want to have for another time. That saved a lot of these new generation niggas. Like you get to just be like, oh no, okay, my album was trash. It's this pop mixtape. Fuck with me.
I think if you come out, if you have a comeback album that's like so much better than the first, people tend to think that's like your first album.
Fuji's.
Mobb Deep.
Yo, we was just talking about that. That Fuji shit is hard. I don't even want to get into that, but we used to take somebody about that shit because I think it was the anniversary yesterday for Blunt and On Reality, so it came up.
Boom Bap was horrible.
Boom Bap was one of the worst singles ever.
And Mobb Deep's first album, people don't even realize that their first album.
I'm about to say I like it. It's just that Infamous is just
the Infamous.
But I like Juvenile Hill too.
Infamous is right here.
Mobb Deep is my favorite rapper.
Most people will say that Infamous album is their first album. A lot of people
because they don't know about it. But you know how I know it's not a bias? I had a mixtape with a lot of the Juvenile Hell shit, and I just thought it was some mixtape shit, and I liked it. And then I found out it's from Juvenile Hell, so I'm like, oh, okay, they was alright. I see the difference.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate the album. I thought the album was cool. I had the album. So they were wilding with sickles and videos.
I'm gonna take it there. I know you ain't want to take it there.
I didn't want to take it there.
And listen, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna have to talk to you about that.
Take Care is fucking overrated, man. I don't have a problem with Drake. He can rap, but Take Care is overrated. This shit is sleepy time music.
Drakeomaniacs.
Some joints on there.
Don't come for me, Drakeomaniacs. I kept that out of my mouth.
This shit is sleepy time music. This shit is like fucking WBLS Quiet Storm. It's like I put this shit on when I want to ride in the car with my grandma. This shit got joints on there. Definitely got some joints there. Only on Camera. You got some shit. The shit with Ross. It's some shit on there. The motto, it's some shit. But a lot of the shit is like, yo, this is like fucking.
My dude, you're about to get death threats.
Listen, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter all the
Drake-o-maniacs is
time,
about
niggas.
to come.
Cause I go at Kendrick all the time. I go at everybody. Niggas be going crazy.
Drake
but
fans are just as bad.
again,
as,
it's not whack. It's sleepy time music for me. It shit is like library music, which is a term I use often. But like I said, I could put that shit in with my grandmother and she'll be fine.
The three most like villainous fans
that's your shit right
are
there.
the Drake fans, the Barbies,
It's
and
not
the
whack.
Bees. You don't mess with those three fans.
It's not
B.
that it's whack, but I'm just like, y'all niggas comparing this shit to some of the all-time great albums, and I'm like,
I agree.
I might get hung for my own choice.
So that's
I
where
agree,
I'm
though.
going. We going Wale Ambition, Drake Take Care. Again, I don't think either one of us are saying these albums are
Nah,
whack.
they're not whack.
I don't
They're not
revisit this album. I can take my best off and keep it pushing. I'm guessing you don't even want to go back to yours.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I always had try to have this debate for years with people about this one album.
Oh shit.
Album is dope, but how do you consider it a rap album?
Lauryn Hill. Thank you, my nigga. Thank you. Thank you. That's gonna be another
Miseducation
topic.
of Lauryn Hill.
That's not a
Like,
rap album.
She only rapped on 3 fucking songs.
Okay, I'll give her 3.
3 songs. So how
it.
is that one of the greatest hip hop albums?
They calling her the GOAT and shit.
Off
Greatest
of-
female
off of-
rapper of all time.
Right, off of one album where she only rapped on 3 songs.
Okay,
I'm
now,
confused.
I just have a question though. If you take the word hip hop out, is it one of the greatest albums?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's why.
this
That's
ain't-
why. That's
but
why I
because they're
can't.
giving her
That's
the
why.
rap title,
That's why I
though.
can't. But I can't go by that because if we're talking about like the Grammys and all that, yeah, they're gonna always do that.
Well,
so I
fuck
can't.
the Grammy, 'cause
I
that's
can't-
what niggas wanna use
The fact
to
that to me
justify
it's
this
one
shit.
of the greatest albums. I'm not gonna. I agree. She rapped on 3 songs.
It's not a rap
but
album.
They still consider it.
And then to give her the greatest female or woman rapper title over people who putting out fucking great shit, multiple albums?
Well, they do take into consideration also that Fuji album because her lyrically,
listen,
she
man, we
bodied
talking
that Fuji
solos,
album.
B,
She
MC
bodied that
Light,
Fuji.
Queen Latifah,
No, I
Rod
agree.
Digger, Eve,
I
The
agree.
Brat. The Brat done murdered a million
I
features.
agree.
They out
But
here
at the-
killing shit.
I agree, but at the same time, if you take into consideration the 3 songs she rapped on that and the Fuji album,
And they were cute
she
songs.
is
It's not like she was
bodying.
even- she
Hold
wasn't
up,
even going
Lost
crazy.
One, Lost One was not cute.
It was cute.
Let's not do disrespectful.
It was, yo, she not giving you those L Boogie bars from the score.
She gave you 80 singing songs, but let's not disrespect that.
It's
song.
not whack. I
And
love Lost
she
Ones, but it's
bodied-
not the L
She
Boogie.
bodied the Fuji albums. So I see where they're coming from with lyrically, but I agree. It's not a hip hop album.
She's not
but
the
it is a
greatest
great
ever.
album.
That's my fuck the Fugees.
Fuck
She did
the
what she did
Fugees.
on that.
She did that.
That don't count towards Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That album per se.
No,
Just
yeah.
that
Are we
album.
talking about I'm not talking about. I was talking
Granted-
about her as an artist.
Granted, we
but the
know
album,
she
yes.
nice.
Nice
As
as
an
hell.
artist,
We
yeah.
know she
Yeah.
nice.
Album-wise, I agree with
But
you.
that album, like, she get all these accolades off of that one album where she didn't even fucking really rap.
And then like I just ran down you many women who were bodying shit multiple times. And again, I'm gonna shout out the Brat because she just killed mad features, man. But we're gonna end it there. Y'all let us know what album y'all feel is
I
overrated.
agree.
Not
But
necessarily
it's a great
whack.
album, so
Because none of these albums
because of
we
that-
named are whack.
Because of that,
So-
I think if you take the hip hop out, it's not as offensive. If you just say not the greatest hip hop.
Yeah, but then you start trying to compare her to other women who be killing shit. Even Little
No,
Kim,
I
nigga,
can't do that.
hardcore.
I can't do that.
Hardcore?
I can't do that. Little
Come on.
Kim lyrically is not better than Lauryn Hill.
We're not talking about better than. We're talking about these albums. Hardcore.
But hold up, wait.
Rod
but
Digger
no,
bodies
no,
are
no,
on Cowboys.
No, then you have to spend.
Come on, Dirty Harriet?
You didn't say comparing the album. You said we started comparing
No,
her to
no,
other
we're
artists.
going
If you're
left
saying-
now, that's why.
if
We're going
saying-
left.
Yeah, we just was saying
Because,
that.
that's
saying-
all. That's
if
all.
we're saying, okay.
We just going.
Because
As I
if you're
said,
saying
this is the topic
comparing
I want to
her,
do.
if you're saying compare her over almost every female that's 90% of females in the game, I could put Lauryn Hill lyrically.
not
over.
You know why I
Not for
can't do
catalog.
that?
Not for
Yeah,
catalog.
off a catalog. Like,
But
if
Lyrically,
we'll revisit this. We'll
you
revisit
put them
this.
on the
B.
track. Who's bodying it? You
Rod
put
Digger
Little
gonna
Kim.
body her.
Yeah, no,
The
Rod
Brat
Digger's
can hang.
nice.
The Brat can
Nah,
hang with
I
her.
don't think the
Know what
Brat
I'm
can
saying?
hang with her.
Eve can hang with her.
I don't think the Brat
But
can hang with her.
Listen, we're gonna
Hang with who?
With Lauryn Hill.
Oh shit.
Listen, we're gonna revisit that. We're gonna revisit
Oh,
that. We're gonna jump into the movie portion as we usually
I
do.
don't think the Brat can. Rod Digger, I give you that.
We
I give you
gonna-
Rod Digger. Okay,
we're gonna jump into the movie portion. 16 Blocks. This features Mos Def. You know, this is a movie about. It has Bruce Willis. It's about crooked cops. You know how these motherfuckers are crooked as shit. And Bruce Willis caught a conscience at the end and didn't want to fuck Mos Def over because he was like the star witness. So the movie itself was it was alright. What do you think about Mos Def? Because he had this little funny talking.
Yeah, I mean, the movie as a whole. I thought the movie was good, though I didn't think it was realistic.
I like
because Bruce Willis.
I mean,
Bruce Willis was a
old.
dirty cop from the beginning.
Yeah, but he was old, and you know, shit probably was eating away at him. He's like, yo, let me die and do one good thing.
Now, and see that
But that's how people. That's how people usually are.
He has the whole police department after him, and now he wants to get a conscience. Nah, my dude.
Well, he knew that he was about to be the fall guy too, though. He knew that. But what do you think about Mos Def?
But Mos Def, I
with
like
that funny talking. I don't know why they didn't do that.
I like because I didn't expect that from Mos Def. Like, that character is completely different from something I expect. He annoyed me at times because he wouldn't shut the fuck
just
up.
Just that talking, but
he annoyed me, but I like his character. He's an official
actor, though.
Yeah, I like his character. Like, to me, it showed his range because Mos Def, I don't know if it's before or after, but I've seen him in a ton of movies. And he's always played something a little different. And he's never played the same. He's never played the same one. He got the one with God. Was it God's Hands or the one about the
surgeon? That's a TV. That was a TV movie.
That was like a
I did another one. He was in Brown Sugar, so he's official.
So I like his acting. So it was refreshing to see him play that and not play typical where they try to put rappers in.
But I don't think he's ever done any because he's an official actor. Like he came from it. He been doing that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
To my understanding, he did something with Nell Carter back when he was younger, some shit like that.
Really? Does that count though? When the child actors have big parts?
I mean, you know what it takes to act.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? You know what it takes.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought he went from a rapper to an actor. Not he started off. So
I can't say that it wasn't at the same time. I don't know how it played out.
But I like his. Even though, like I said, I found his character annoying at times. It's like, yo, dude, shut up.
It's the voice. That voice.
It's the voice.
I like the character.
But he kept talking. It's not even just the sound of his voice. He wouldn't stop talking.
If you seen this shit, you know what we talking about.
And he don't talk about something that's nothing to do with going on.
Open this bakery, you know. But yo, check this shit out. 16 Blocks. Let us know.
Mos Def did his thing.
Shout out to Mos Def, man. I appreciate
he will annoy
him.
the shit out of you, but he did his thing.
I appreciate Mos Def, man. Music wise too. You know what I mean? He gave us some shit. But we're gonna end it out there, man. If you ask me, you already know. Check this episode out. Shout out to my guys, man. I appreciate y'all. Hip hop, Mr. Everywhere, you never there. You already.